Item number 13, Police Officers Association Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, and Police Sergeant's Letter of Understanding, LOU. Natalie.
Good evening,
Good
Mayor and Council members. Tonight I am pleased to be presenting the contracts for the Police Officers Association and Police Sergeants. Just a little bit of a background here. I'm going to use POA instead of Police Officers Associations and Sergeants instead of spelling out Police Sergeants. So the amendments expired June 13th, 2014. Just to give you some idea, we know we've been in a furlough program for the last 5 years. We've had 3 years of a 10% furlough and 2 years of a 5% furlough, just to refresh your memory. Some of the terms of the agreement, just to summarize them, are as follows, and I am going to go through these. It's a 2-year agreement, a little less than 2 years. It does expire June 30th, 2016. The agreement transitions out the 10% furlough program. Over this period of time, it transitions in the employees paying towards their CalPERS retirement benefits. There is a 3.5% salary increase effective with the ratification of the agreement. A one-time distribution of $1,000, which is non-PERSable, which means that it does not contribute towards their retirement. It implements the employees paying 20% of the total medical premium, with the city paying 80%. They're currently at a 75-25% of the increase. Sick leave does not count as time worked for overtime calculations. And the on-call pay for detective increases from $1.50 per hour to $2.45. Did I say that right? $2.45 per hour. And that is just making them consistent with what we are paying other city departments. So as you can see, they did provide us concessions. I want to talk a little bit about the salary increase. It is a recruitment and retention issue, and I'm going to this in detail in my staff report, but I just want to touch upon this because I think it's really important to point this out. The 3.5 salary increase is to address the recruitment and retention issue with the police officers. The police officers' vacancy has fluctuated between 4 and 10 vacancies since February of 2013. So that's a significant period of time. And in fact, there is no other vacancy in the city that compares to this, the police officer vacancies in terms of like the longevity of how long there has been this number of vacancies and the lack of qualified applicants that we've received for the lateral police officer position. Now, we have been innovative in addressing this situation by creating a recruit program to put applicants through a police academy program. However, that is not a long-term solution to fix this problem. And so we are hoping that this, coupled with the police academy program, will turn us on the right side of this vacancy issue. Here's the fiscal impact. I just put this up there just to remind everyone. There is a supplemental appropriation associated with this contract. So without further ado, I am recommending tonight that you folks approve the resolution for the 2-year Memorandum of Understanding with the Police Officers Association, along with adopting a resolution approving the 2-year Letter of Understanding with the Police Sergeants, along with the supplemental appropriation, if it so pleases the council. So without anything else for me?
Through the mayor.
Yes.
On the PERS portion, if we could back up to that, what is the full percentage that will be being paid by the police officers in both of these cases?
Okay, by the time the transition from, the 10% furlough to the full paying, it will be a total of 9% for the safety members, which is police officers, and then an 8% for miscellaneous, which is non-safety records clerks or dispatchers. Did that answer your question?
That answers my question on that. And is this pay increase, is the 3.5% retroactive to the date that their last contract expired?
No, it's not.
It's a go forward
Yes,
date?
sir.
So the $1,000 one-time distribution will probably be covering some of the recruitment and retention issues to some, and then loss of pay for the last couple of months, I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably.
I just was wondering how we got to that that $1,000?
It just was something that just occurred at the negotiations table. Was just part of the give and take of the process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. And then, what was the prior medical program that the split for police officers?
It was 75% the city paid and 25% the employee paid of the increase. So this is the 80-20 of the total premium. So obviously we know the total premium, this would have a much larger impact for in terms of the city costs and the employee costs when you're paying 80-20 of the total premium versus 75-25 of just the increase.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Through the mayor.
Yes.
Was the medical premium 28.80 even before that? It was just the increase that was 25.75.
Yeah, just the increase.
Okay.
Yeah, just the increase.
Okay. So in a net, if you look at everything, it's really not a 3.5% pay increase. They actually got back the furlough that they had given up, and then they are actually paying 8-9% more toward retirement. So they're actually losing somewhere about 5 to 6% in their salary. It's not a. I don't want to.
Yeah,
it's not a.
agreed.
It's really not a pay raise
Mm-hmm.
as it. Just
Yeah, agreed. It was just we were trying to just find a way that we could increase that that max total base hour monthly rate to incentivize people to come and work at this wonderful organization.
To the mayor.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you done, Councilman Mon?
I was just gonna say it's great cooperation from our staff that they're all still continue to sacrifice to serve this community, and we've been going through tough times. This has been a tough recession, and employees are aware of it and still working with us. So I just appreciate it.
Now through the mayor.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I want to thank the Police Officer Association and the sergeants and our negotiators for putting this together. It'll hopefully address some of the issues that we've asked them to work on as far as retention and recruitment, especially to help bolster up the force, get the numbers we need to make it easier for everybody to get through all this. So,
Absolutely.
good job. And thus I would move the recommendation unless somebody else wants to make the motion.
I'll second that.
Would you
Got
do
it.
that?
Got a motion and a second. I too want to echo that to the police officers, the sergeants, and and for that fact, for all the employees of our city of Yuba City. The last year has been absolutely challenging, and we know how valuable you guys are. We know how you guys put your lives on the lines day in and day out, and the city wouldn't be what it is without the great employees that we have. And we've been on the other side of the table when the city's revenues were really good. And we broke a first year contract out of a 3-year contract to bring everybody up to par what it needs to be. And I know one day that we're going to get there as well. But we do truly do appreciate everything that you guys have done to help us try to balance this budget. And I know there's a give and take, and I know you guys have given a lot. So from all of us, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys. And if you guys can take that message back, Jason and Brian, and let them know that.
Yeah, and I just want to make it very, very clear. We have gone through some very, very tough ground. But with the police officers and other groups within the city across the board, concessions years ago, and just in the last negotiations 3 years ago, there were concessions up to 18%. And that was to retain employees in the city. The furloughs have been tough. It's been a goal of this council to eliminate these furloughs and move forward. It's not the best practice of business, and certainly with public safety, it's not the best practice. All of those concessions have allowed us to move forward at this point. And I just, I echo as being part of the family in the past, and just the work that the police officers and the sergeants have done to get this contract through, and the teamwork that they exhibited within the city to do this is amazing. So,
Okay, with that, I'll go ahead and call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item number 14. Mr. Crater.